but one thing which we were super excited about was...
Yeah. Okay, so we said we wanted to make this a visual thing.
Yes.
And we are. But... Welcome back to another Producers Update Chat. What do we call this thing?
The Producer Podcast.
Okay, that thing. Woo, it's been a few weeks, months. How long has it been since we last did this? I can't remember. Ages ago. A lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
So I'm a bit of a bad news first kind of person. So I feel like we should probably get that out of the way.
Get it out of the way,
Yeah.
which will explain a lot what we will be talking about later on.
Yeah.
So
right.
yeah.
Okay. So this isn't a decision that anyone is enjoying, but it's just one that we've been forced into by circumstance. And
we wanted to make.
That's it. And that news, unfortunately, is that Danny Shepherd, who plays Emily Hargreaves, our main character, is leaving the show. And that is because, for a more positive reason, she's emigrating. She's moving to the United States. She's moving to California. Yeah. Something she said she's always wanted to do, and certain life events for her lined up, and she wants to try a career over there. So, and the reason she can't be in the series anymore is unfortunately because of the political situation in the US.
And the visa regulations. So what that means is, while you are applying for a visa in the US, you are not allowed to work. And this process can take a long time. You are also not allowed to leave the US for, say, for example, filming. Because what we originally thought was that we would fly her over, we would film certain scenes, things like that.
She'd continue recording remotely.
Yes, but it can be up to 14 months, 18 months that we won't be able to do this. And that's a long time, unfortunately.
And some people might say, well, why don't you just wait for her? But it's a long time to not produce episodes. It's a long time to sit on everything. And and we'll come back to this, I think, but this does segue into something more positive that's happened.
Yes.
Again, our Patreon members know all about this because they get early access. So if you're not already a member of our Patreon, join our Patreon for free. You can keep up to date on the news, and if you want early access to episodes and our graphic novels, you can join as a paid member and support the series. Shameless plug. So the news was that we actually unveiled to them very recently, probably about 2 weeks ago now, I think.
Yes, yeah.
As of recording this today. The news that we unveiled to them about 2 weeks ago, more or less, when we're recording this, is that we have been trying to figure out how to make TFD a live action thing for a little while now. There's always been the request for it.
Yeah, and bring it to screen in one way or another.
Yeah. We thought we could go down the feature film route, but the indie market is terrible at the moment, and trying to get decent budgets for something that we know TFD would need a decent budget, not just a $40,000 indie film. No disrespect to those guys. They make great films, but this would need so much money behind it, just for the visual effects alone. Yeah. Special effects alone, rather. Yeah. So that was off the table at the moment. We considered trying to take it to a TV studio to get it made into a series, which would suit the series and the story. Yeah. But that could take years. And we might be left in a situation where we couldn't continue working on our version of it if we then want to offer it to a studio. So that was another thing that we can't do. So,
but it might still be...
It could still happen later on down the line. You never know.
So what we did when we started developing Tales from Davidstown was we created an IP map. And that was basically all the wild and wonderful ideas that we could imagining TFD to exist in. So there was even things like a tabletop game, a musical, a kids version,
a live stage show.
A stage show. Yeah. So whatever you can imagine, we probably had the same thought and imagine it. And it was a lot of fun to do. But one thing that was from the beginning on this IP map, which we were super excited about, was...
Yeah. Okay, So we said we wanted to make this a visual thing.
Yes.
And we are. But it's going to be in the form of a video game.
Yeah.
So the type of game we're looking at making is a sort of hybrid. A hybrid game that consists of filmed video elements, so like an FMV, but not quite so like an FMV in terms of its playability. We're talking a fully filmed motion picture video game with playable elements such as puzzles, relationship interactions, a map system. So there's some exploration in there. There'll be hidden things to discover. All sorts of things. We're making this. This is what we're making. Tales from Davidstown, the video game. And the stage that we're at right this second is, and we had to sit on this for quite some time, we weren't allowed to talk about this, was that we, here in the UK, there is a scheme called the UK Video Games Fund.
Which is a government-funded scheme to support up-and-coming studios.
Or even just start them.
Yeah, and helping them to make a video game prototype.
This particular
project is a prototype.
Yeah, so we've been funded by the specific funds to make a video game prototype, which we pitched Tales from Davidstown as this game that I've just described. They liked the idea, so we pitched in full, including a video pitch and a lot of paperwork.
Lots of paperwork.
And we won it. It's not a massive amount of money, granted, but it's a good amount of money to get us started. So it's giving us the opportunity to hire some game developers to help us make an engine in Unity.
Develop a game, yeah.
So some people would say, why are you doing it in Unreal Engine? Well, simply put, that we don't need Unreal.
We don't need it.
It's overkill.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other reasons which I won't bore you with, but the simple explanation is Unity is more than capable of running this kind of game.
The stylistic elements that Unity would fit in terms of how we imagine a game visually.
Yep. And it just seems like a good fit. Additionally, you've made some contacts at Unity. So yeah, that's the reason why we're going with Unity. Just seems like a really good fit for us now and going forward as well. So yeah, this is now something which we are, as of right this minute, directly engaged in creating alongside everything else, which is...
And oh boy.
It's a lot.
It's been a learning curve already. Like, I considered myself quite a technical person. I've built websites before. I have an idea how to program AI models. I would say I'm quite involved in the techie kind of marketing.
But this is a completely different thing.
But this is completely different. And you know what blows my mind? Bringing the narrative structures together with all those technical elements.
And that it's going to be a multi-branching, to a degree, a multi-branching narrative. So the story end, if you will be dependent on the decisions that the player makes.
Yes. So all your what-if endings that you imagined.
Maybe.
We heard of them. We know them. We noticed them.
Yep.
They might be in the game.
So, but for the time being, we're making the prototype for the game. Now, here's an exciting thing which some of our Patreon members will be getting a chance to do. Our community is such a huge part of what we're doing. And as such, we will be giving some members of our community the chance to play test the game, the prototype game, while we develop it. So if you want to be in with a chance of that, you need to go to our Patreon. Our Inner Circle members are already up for this testing job, and we might offer this out to some of our other members as well if they're interested, but we'll discuss that another time, I think, because we're ways off that just yet. Yeah, we are
just started.
The game engine, or rather, the game's engine is being built in the Unity engine starting on Monday. So it's literally just kicking off now that everything else is already kind of moving. But so watch this space. So obviously now, hopefully this makes a little bit more sense why, unfortunately, Danny isn't able to continue in the role, because if we're now moving TFD into a visual sphere, a visual medium rather.
And there is a time scale on this.
Yes.
So this prototype has to be finished by the 31st of January.
Next, in 26.
Yeah.
So we have 4.5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We have 4.5 months to do this. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. Not to mention that I've probably mentioned this a few times, we have day jobs, as in our other clients that have nothing to do with TFT. And Christmas is coming. It's nearly September. And there's a lot going on. There's such a lot happening at the minute, and I'm very grateful for it. But yeah, we are gonna need a serious holiday.
One day at a time.
We are gonna need a serious holiday come February.
Day at a time. Hey, maybe we'll take the game to the big expo in Las Vegas.
And that would be the plan. Absolutely, that would be the plan. We finish the prototype, then you go out looking for the. Pitching for the full budget for the full game. That'll be going to games expos in Europe, hopefully in the US, wherever we need to go. And that's that next stage. But for now, we're focusing on this. Now, a little bit more detail. So you, as the player, at least in the prototype version, and likely in the full game too, depending on, we're basing the prototype on the story in the first half of season 1.
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. We're going to have to jury rig it a little bit just because we're making it work for a prototype, but we still want it to be cool and a fun experience overall. So,
the other thing is as well, I have to say this, we don't want to restrict ourselves too much for the gameplay. So we want to have fun with what if endings, things like that.
Yeah.
So there will be a canon ending.
Naturally.
Which fits in with all the lore, but there's other things to explore.
Yeah.
Because I think that makes the game fun, that you can play a bit of your own story.
And you kind of said this too, you didn't want to just make a game where you're just passively clicking through a story. You wanted to feel like you had agency.
Yeah, I'm an all-in or all-out person.
Yeah, right.
If I watch TV, it's very passive for me. If I play a game, I want to play a game.
Yep,
I want to feel like I'm invested in this, I have a stake in this, I can explore this world.
Now, this is the reason I've got Jess Wilder here behind me. Hi, Michaela. So in the prototype, and probably very likely in the main game when we get to making that, you will be playing as Jess.
Because she's the investigative journalist.
Yeah, that's right. But certainly in that part of the show, she's still very much that famous fake YouTuber, but yes, that sort of thing. So the story basically will be you will be playing as Jess Wilder, and as I said, it'll be based loosely on the first half of season 1, in which Emily's trying to convince her that she's turning into a monster, the werewolf, and Jess is having obviously none of it. If you have been listening to this show, you'll know exactly what we mean, until one fateful night when Jess is made a believer, shall we say. If you haven't listened to it, go and listen to the first half of season 1, you'll know exactly what we're talking about, and that's what we're going to be basing the vertical slice, as they call it, or prototype to you and I, but that's what we're going to be basing it on. So very exciting. Yes. So, and obviously we couldn't do this if Danny wasn't available, which she isn't, and without having to do something major, like we've had to recast the role.
Yes.
And this is very sad because Danny has been part of TFT since
Such
day
a
one.
big part.
Since day one. I mean, she's been the heartbeat, if you will.
Yeah. She's created that character with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Emily Hargreaves is every bit Danny, and I'm gutted to see her go.
Yeah.
Really gutted. And she's gutted as well. Like, it's just, life just kind of happens in weird ways, and sometimes things don't align. And I think if this was a Hollywood thing, you'd just shrug and say scheduling conflicts. But because this is an indie series, an indie big, and it's growing by the week. There's more of a heart to this than I've seen on other things. You know, there's like we're making this ourselves. A lot of us have become quite close as a result. And it was kind of sad enough she was leaving the country, but now we're still that she's not even going to be able to be part of it anymore.
Work with her.
No, at least not on TFD, and certainly not for the next year and a half after she leaves. So God willing.
But hey, if we make it to Hollywood, maybe she's already there.
Yeah.
Being out there, you know.
Maybe, who knows? God willing, we will work with her again in the future. But obviously, we wish her every luck in the world with her career. That it's a big move from the north of England.
Yeah, scary.
And you'd know about that because you immigrated from Germany, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
and it's, you know what the hardest thing is? To embrace like your new life.
Yeah.
You need to leave your old life behind.
Right.
And that sucks.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That's really hard.
It
is a completely new life. So the question then is, moving on, who's going to be playing Emily? Well, we're way ahead of you. So we ran a couple of rounds of auditions with a number of actors. I think we had a lot of interest, unsurprisingly, when we posted the casting call. I think we narrowed it down initially to 6 potential Emilys.
Yes, we did, yeah.
Had some absolutely blinding auditions, really good ones. And then something else happened that kind of tipped the balance a little bit. But ultimately, the part has gone to another phenomenal actor who we've known for a couple of years and have kind of worked with once prior. I say kind of because we made a proof of concept short that just didn't work.
Nothing to do with any performances.
No.
Just from a producer and director point of view, we were like, no, this is not working.
But it's a proof of concept. That's a proof of concept, and that's kind of what it's for.
And that's what it's for.
But it didn't work. It was a Christmas. The idea is called a Christmas horror.
Which I still think is a good idea.
Yeah. I'll maybe have this sort of playing on the screen in the background so they can see a little bit of what we mean. But the part has gone to a phenomenal human being. She's absolutely amazing, as well as a phenomenal actor. And her name is Elle O'Hara, who, if you've been following things recently on YouTube, will know that she actually starred in the test Werewolf Transformation Scene, which exploded.
Yes.
I can't believe how many people have watched this. I mean, as of this minute, nearly just
1.4?
It's nearly 1.5 million people.
So it's still going up.
It's still going up. And here's the story. Now, we've had some really interesting comments on this video because a lot of people don't read things. Even though we put it all over, it was a test scene. The scene was created along with a bunch of other test scenes
for our games pitch.
So these were scenes between Michaela and Elle, playing Emily. Again, stuff based off some early season 1 stuff, but all filmed very hastily.
We didn't have much
because
time.
We had zero time.
They gave us 10 days.
So we applied for the fund. We got told 2 days later they loved the idea and wanted us to pitch fully, but we had to deliver it in 7 days.
Yeah, 7 or 8 days.
7 or 8 days.
It was quite... The whole process, the first part, was a short turnaround. Because by the time I put interest in to apply for the Games Fund, I got an email 3 hours later saying, we are closing the fund tonight at midnight.
Yeah.
You need to apply.
Yeah. So you threw this thing together.
That was an interesting night.
Yeah. I was out, wasn't I?
You were out.
I was out. So you were putting this thing together. It was a 1-page thing, wasn't it? I think. Was it a 1-page pitch, 2-page pitch? 5 pages, right?
Well, you had to fill out company details.
And
then obviously your short pitch and your elevator pitch. But the thing is, I always find when you have to be very concise, it's harder than writing 2 pages.
Oh, definitely. So once we got past that stage, then we were told we had 8 days to then prepare our full pitch, which included a 2-minute video pitch as well. And obviously the type of game we said we've wanted to make, being that it involves filmed footage, well, we're going to try and demo this, but we have nothing to do.
You had to, yeah.
So we contacted Michaela straight off and said, are you available to, if we to do 2 days with us? Because that's really all the time we got. Thankfully she was.
Which was a miracle in itself. Michaela is never available. She is the most busy person.
She is.
Ever.
Outside of running all of her businesses and being an actor and a coach and everything else. Thankfully, she was free. We contacted Danny. Unfortunately, she wasn't because of work and a couple of other reasons. So we reached out to Elle.
Yes.
don't know what it was. That kind of just aligned for us. We both just thought of Elle. We reached out to her. She was available, and she came in with Michaela, and we spent 2 days. A single day with Michaela and Elle, and then the second day was that werewolf scene, which took 6 hours. We only had 6 hours to shoot it, and then I had, the following 3 days to get it edited together for the pitch, along with a bunch of other stuff as well. So it was crazy. So if you've already seen the test film, and there's plenty of interesting comments about it. Oh, this is exactly like American Werewolf in London. Well, yeah, it was kind of based on it because we didn't have time to plan anything. So yeah, it was very much a touchstone with Elle's own spin on what turning into a werewolf might look like.
I still think, what's wrong with that? Come on, guys. It's one of the best werewolf transformations.
That's what we've got to beat.
That we still have seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't seen better.
I've not seen much better.
I haven't seen better with a female werewolf.
I've never seen better with a female werewolf, no.
So you might as well, get inspired.
Absolutely.
Think about good music.
Absolutely. Then there was the question of why is it incomplete? Well, you can imagine why it's incomplete because we went as far as we could go. We could go with the time and the fact we didn't have hours to apply tons of makeup and actually no budget. This was zero budget. All we've literally paid for was the actors' time.
We always pay people.
But we say pay everyone else before ourselves. So we're paying for train tickets. We're paying for a little bit of makeup that we could apply really quickly. As in, she has the teeth. Yeah. She has that little bit of hair.
Even we were thinking about proper makeup.
Yeah.
But then we had such a timing constraint, and everyone had things booked in before and after the shooting dates.
Yeah.
So even if we could have brought a makeup artist in, that takes time to apply this properly.
Yeah. And
it's ours.
It was too important a thing to try to. It was too important a thing to not
try
to miss out on.
You had to go for it.
Yeah. So we winged it.
Yeah.
And it came out pretty good. Now the original plan was that these test scenes were originally going to be going on to Patreon for our Inner Circle members to enjoy because that's what you get as an Inner Circle member.
Never to be seen for anyone. That was not
the intention. And then something annoying happened, which was one of these members decided to take it upon themselves to rip the video content from our Patreon page, stick it in a Dropbox and start going to forums here, there and everywhere saying, oh, I've got all this, and starting to share it. We know who you are if you're watching. We know who you are because you were stupid enough to share it on your personal Dropbox, which has your name on it, and then we spotted your name in our list of members with your email address and contact details.
And this is why you got booted
And
out.
this is why you've been banned and blocked. Anyway, so the reason then that the werewolf test scene
thank you.
No, I mean... The reason we've then decided to put that scene on YouTube was so we could retain control of it. We own this. It's our copyright.
Yeah.
And luckily, things like putting something on YouTube helps with that. So to just at least prove that we are the original owners of this piece of content and part of our IP, we put it on YouTube and we thought, screw it. Let's just put it out there for everyone to see. And you know what? I had a feeling it would do well. I just had no idea it would do this well.
No.
So if you've watched it and if you enjoyed it, or even if you didn't, it doesn't matter. If you watched it, thank you, because not only has that made so many people more aware of Tales from Davidstown and this channel, like our subscription rate alone has more than doubled.
Yeah.
In the last month, which has
been
great. And so suddenly the community's grown because of it. Our Patreon community's grown because of it. I dare say it also annoyed a bunch of our members, this thing happening, and so it strengthened that side of things, the community a bit more as well. So there's a whole number of reasons why things happen the way they have done, and this is where we are now. So yes. Now, going back to the game production itself, so what we will be doing throughout the course of the production over the next 4.5 months now. I keep trying to say 5. It's not 5 anymore. 4.5 months is we're going to to be recording a lot of vlogs, because that we actually have to do that for the UK Games Fund to show progress and to talk to them about our progress as in the production side of things. But we will hopefully also be creating a lot of behind the scenes content, especially when we get to the filming portion of the project,
which should be happening in October.
Would be happening later in the year, in the winter, late autumn, early winter, and so we'll be filming a lot of behind the scenes content, which will be going onto our Patreon, as well as, if you don't want to join Patreon and don't want to miss out on this, we have recently set up a memberships option
on YouTube,
which we will be doing something with at some point, but that's where we'll also put that in there. So if you do want to support us and the series in a different way, albeit through a YouTube membership subscription, you'll be able to do it that way. You'll get not only the behind the scenes bits and pieces from the game production, but you'll also get early access to season 2. We're going to be putting that on there for early access, as well as any other bits we can put on there as a way of helping to continue to fund the growth of the series.
What will not be on there will be the comics.
Yeah, we can't put comics on there because YouTube's not the place for it. So.
I would go to Patreon.
Patreon's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good experience. It's a nice little safe, quiet space for our residents, of which there are now, as of last count, 1,066 members or residents. So our community's grown. A little town's growing.
Say it's a town. It's kind of a village. But you told me off for saying Davidstown is a village.
It's not a village. It's a town. It's a town.
It's
Davidstown, yeah. So a lot of exciting stuff happening. A lot of exciting stuff going to happen, obviously, into next year. We're continuing to try and tick away at season 2. Things like the game have happened, which means we've got to divert our attention away from the production of that.
That's not to say that it isn't being in production.
But it is in production still. It's just some things have to happen because we're a very limited amount of people, as in me, you, and whoever else
we bring in.
So the audio series, season 2 of the audio series is still happening, is still in production. We will be finishing that. It just might take a little bit longer than we originally planned. There is also all the graphic novels are still being produced at the moment, including a really exciting one that I won't talk about right now because it's a secret. It's looking really good.
I mean, even just the end of season 2 is just gonna blow your mind.
Hopefully, yeah. And obviously, we've got the prequel audiobook, 1916, which is in its second act now, I would say, which is being released at the moment. So we are spinning a lot of plates.
Nothing new there,
but especially more. New. But this has always been the thing for us. We're pushing,
But hey, we're making a game.
But now we're making a game.
And I've got lots of other ideas what we could do with that game.
Oh yeah.
Lots of other ideas like interactive stories, animated stuff, like the world
sky's
is
the
our
limit.
oyster.
Absolutely. So when we started this half an hour ago, and I said a lot's happened, we weren't kidding. So things to look forward to are all those. We are also looking to start season 3, albeit that would be next year now because of all of our other current commitments as well. But if you are waiting for season 2 to come on to YouTube, it will be just as and when. We might figure out if we can start maybe release the first half of season 2 soonish, and then have a mid-season break there. If you like the idea of a mid-season break, just so you can start to listen to the first 6 episodes of season 2, just let us know in the comments. It'd be good to hear your thoughts. I love it. I thought it was such a strong start to the season as well. I really like season 2. Like it.
Yeah, I like the ending.
Yeah.
But I can't tell you.
No.
The ending.
So yeah.
But I do like it.
There's a lot going on.
Coming.
A lot coming.
There's a lot coming. And it's interesting how what fan theories people have.
Again, the chatter on the Patreon is interesting, and in the forums, and you can also join us on Discord. So if you want to come join us there for the chatter, please do. And I think that's it for now. I think that's it. We've covered a lot of ground, and there is a lot more to come. I guess because we hadn't done one of these for a while, there was a lot to talk about, but we couldn't talk about it up until very recently.
Now,
so it made sense to wait. So that's it for now. If you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification just so you know when we are going to post all the things that we've mentioned. If you do have any thoughts, theories, or feelings that you want to share with us, let us know in the comments section below. And again, if you want to join us on our Patreon, there will be a link in the description. So there we go. Spiel said. And thanks for joining us. I hope you are excited about the future of TFD as we are.
Thanks again so much for supporting us and coming on this journey along with us.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't be here without you.
Absolutely not.
And that's a really good way, I think, to finish this episode is, again, when we say this a lot, and I think it's worth saying, our community are the reason this thing happens. Whether you're paid or you're a vocal supporter or whatever, in whatever capacity, you are all the reason TFD exists. And for everyone new who comes in and discovers TFD and then realizes it's quite a cool thing, it all adds up. It all adds up. So, as always, massive thank you to all of you, and
see you next time.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, residents.